Welcome to Belly Dance Biz Builders. I'm Orit, dancer, instructor, and proud owner of a thriving belly dance business. In this podcast, I'm giving it to you straight, revealing what it takes to kickstart and grow your dance business for the income you deserve. If you're a seasoned instructor, a passionate performer, or dreaming of turning your love for belly dance into a thriving business, you're in the right place. Tighten up those hip scarves and join me on a ride of truth smacks, tips, and inspiration. Let's do this. Hey there, and welcome to episode 17 of the Belly Dance Biz Builders podcast. Thank you so much for shimming on over into my space and including me into your busy schedule. All right, this episode is all about how to deal with class fools. Okay, first, let me preface that before I get all negative, here's the positive. 99% of the students you instruct are going to be a pleasure to teach, yeah? Then there's that 1%, the people who are upset, they're disruptive, they're uncooperative. I call these people class fools. Now, I'm going to tell you two stories about how I dealt with these fools in class when really they just needed a swift kick in the ass. All right, first story. So, I've been teaching for over 25 years, yeah? And my classes clearly state on the schedule the level, whether it's a belly dance technique class or it's a belly dance workout class, yeah? So every so often, I'll get someone who tells me during class that they were expecting something else. And then I politely explain what the class is, and I even show them the schedule so that they can read the description. And 99% of them usually say, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry, my mistake." And they stay. But then there's that 1% that demands a refund, right? Even though they stayed more than 15 minutes of the class, which really doesn't justify a refund, right? So instead of asking nicely, they make demands. And instead of explaining why they feel that I should make an exception, they threaten me, right? Now, if you talk to most teachers and business owners, right, they'll tell you, give them a refund and just be done with it. It's not worth the fight, right? But sometimes it's not about the money or the headache. Sometimes it's just about the principle. So how did I deal with it? What I had to realize was it's not about me, it's about them. And what I did was I did in fact just refund their money. Yeah. Even when people say some hurtful stuff, it's hard to just pull back, but sometimes you have to do it. But again, I feel like that there's no right or wrong way. There are only effective ways. Want to learn how to fill your classes and the business behind your dance teaching biz? Then I urge you to check out the Sharkey Instructor Academy. And all you have to do is set up a discovery call with me, totally free, at orit@sharkey.com. Or you can simply apply at sharkey.com/teach. All right, here's my second story. Now, there was a woman who came to my class and she insisted on being in the front of the class. And you know what? She did her own movement. And it was actually quite distracting to me and to my students, right? So here's how I dealt with her. I quietly and politely said to her, "Hey, it's so awesome that you're being creative, but I invite you to be with the class." She responded like this. "Well, the way you're teaching is not how my past belly dance teacher did it." I mean, what? So I answered, "Well, this is a different style, and if you wish to continue doing your own thing, then I would encourage you to move to the back as it's a little distracting for my students." She didn't answer, and she continues to do what she's doing for another 10 minutes. Well, folks, that behavior is incredibly disrespectful, not just to me, but to my students. They are paying customers, and you can't be doing that in class. So I quietly asked her to leave. And you know what? She said no. I got the manager, and in 30 seconds, the manager escorts her out of class. Look, it's not my style to have someone escorted, but I care about my students, and so much so that I don't care if I get a complaint on social media because of it. Look, we live in an interesting world now, right? Where people can hold companies accountable and complain about them on social media. But the problem is I feel that people don't turn to social media only when they've been wronged, but when they don't get their way, even when they don't deserve it, right? Now, don't get me wrong, like being criticized on social media is tough. It's a little scary, but the possibility of being criticized will not dictate how I react to these situations, right? But all I'm saying is choose what you feel is right based on the situation, right? Now, was I criticized after that on social media? Absolutely. But was it worth it? Yes, because I care about my students. And so there you have it. I shared with you how I dealt with class fools. Now, I would love to know, how do you deal with class fools? Until next episode, everybody, go and kick ass.